Okay, everybody, welcome to the party. We got to get right to the action. Right to the action. No time for extended introduction cards today, folks, all right? Uzi Suicide in the house. First and foremost, Sarah Knight and Screaming Argonaut. Boom, holding it down. Feels good to have those two in my corner. Thanks for the reminder, Sarah Knight. I needed to press that done button, or no one would have any idea what we're going to talk about today. We're just chatting. We're chilling. Let me know if we have any problems. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, maybe. Good evening. Look at that. The most observant Uzi Suicide. Noticing I'm slugging down carbohydrates in mass. Okay, Gatorade. Popular sports drink here in the United States. Maybe internationally. I'm not sure. Bachthand, what's up to you? Good day. Good day indeed. I haven't sent Jones any offers. I have not sent any offers. We could possibly talk about that today, actually. We could talk about some potential offers. I thought of one offer. Let me turn down my mic. Let me know if I'm too loud. I'm going to turn it down a tiny bit. We're here to get justice done. Snug mode in the house. Muri? Is that how you pronounce your Muri? In the house, ready to get justice done. Buenos dias indeed. Swordfish 00830 also here. Whoa, look at this. Stacked. Full house. I feel like I got a full house and I'm just strutting. Strutting through a casino with a full house in my corner. The dream team has been assembled officially. That's right. Muri. Sweet. All right. I'll try to remember that. So we're going to get right to the action. There's some big decisions that could be made for. There's a fork in our path here, I suppose. We can go down a couple of roads today, okay? So I'm going to really let you decide. Some very important decisions will be made today, okay? And I'm going to let you make them. I'm going to let everyone here make them. This is going to be a true democracy. It should be very beautiful to witness. Jones to participate on form an alliance. He sounded like he had already given up, though. He's sitting pretty with many slots. He's sitting pretty. This is all I thought I could do with Jones. Because, look, the problem is I can't drop anything. So even if I offer Jones money, I can't get a game from him to put in a slot. Am I incorrect there? Am I misunderstanding the rules? So I don't think there's any offer I can give Jones because I can't even accept a game because my roster's full. That's correct, isn't it? So I would like to wheel and deal with Jones a little bit, but my hands are tied. As I tried to explain, people probably aren't happy with that. I was very depressed during that betting special. Did you notice? Offer him a game. You offer him a game with the money. I suppose so. Trade one of your games with him. You can't trade him one of your games for one of his. I suppose I could trade games. I just don't think Jones will have any interest in games. I think the only thing he's interested in right now is cash. I could be wrong, so maybe I'll float him a proposal. Any ideas you tell me. I'll jot them down and I'll send them to Jones. If you think there's a good game trade, I mean, I would like it to in some form benefit both of us, but I don't know if it can at this point. Uzi Suicide loves the bouncer. So if you have any games you think I should trade with Jones, I guess you could float them my way, and maybe I'll propose it. But we don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, I suppose I'll do anything to participate in any way I can. This whole year I haven't been able to participate. It's my own doing. Let's see, he's just against trading with Kyle, Screaming Argonaut is saying. He just needs at least $2 to avoid the counterpick penalty. Okay, yeah, well, I'll certainly float Jones some cash. I'd be happy to. So I got to send him an offer. Trade with me to spite Kyle. All right, well, let me know if you have a suggestion. You see my roster, what I should propose to Jones trading, an offer maybe he'll accept. I'm game. I'm big time game for that. It'd be nice. Because I'll tell you what, I'm actually believe I'm not out of this thing. As awful as I played it, locking up my choices, making it so that I can't even participate and have any fun this season, as bad as that situation is, I still think I have a chance of not coming in last place. It's very possible. A couple of things could swing my way if some of these games start to be released. Who knows what could happen? I could just be a couple points off. Yeah, if they come out, I'd be right there. So who knows? Miracles happen. We got to believe. But I'd be open to a trade just so I can participate in some fashion. Alan Wake 2 and Mirage for one of his Mario games. Then you get a slot open to buy a game. Oh, I like the way Uzi Suicide's thinking. What if I traded him like 10 games for one? Could I do that? Just open up a bunch of slots on my roster even though it's too late? He would get minus 30 if he can't pick any counter picks. Oh, so Max versus the Games is bringing up a very important point. Do I want to get Jones out of this counter pick hole? I better do a counter pick. I don't want that minus 30. Holy smokes. A lot of faith in that game. Don't have a lot of faith in Mirage, huh? That's one of my AAA. That's one of my major swingers, though, Mirage. And you want me to get rid of Mirage. A couple people now talking about getting rid of Mirage. Can I trade counterpicked games? Probably not. You can't do much of anything. The league is completely locked down with this draconian rules, but Mirage will probably get 80 plus. Oh, yeah, it's got to get 80 plus. I think it'll get over 85. Ouch. Screaming Argonaut thinks it'll only be an 80, though. Barely breaching 80, huh? The counterpick results will be the tiebreaker, so I got to get my counterpicks in. Yeah, I'd be very nervous to get rid of Mirage, I'll be honest. I mean, it's one of my main things. Draconian according to me. Only according to me, Sarah Knight. I'm just in the corner complaining. Everybody else is very happy with the rules. Gabby and Jones, CP will help with those. At least an 80, I should say. All right, Assassin's Creed. So I didn't expect to talk about the betting. Well, this is the Summer Game Fest demo. Mirage didn't look great for me. I'll be honest, it didn't look amazing to me either, but people are excited for an old-fashioned Assassin's Creed. Yes, and it does look like it might scratch that itch a little bit. It seems like it's definitely at least a decent direct. I mean, what did the last Assassin's Creed get? Was it under 80? Has any Assassin's Creed actually got under 80? Don't they always get like low 80s or something? Gotta tantalize him. Yeah, that's the other thing. So Uzi Suicide is thinking I got to do something magical to grab Jones' attention, or he's just because he's not feeling motivated to trade at all. Valhalla reviewed pretty well, actually. Don't most of them? I mean, I think, has there been one that's been under 80 in Assassin's Creed? I suppose I could check, but... What's up, MXA? Welcome to the party. People are suggesting trades. People are suggesting moves I can make with Jonesy. Get in on that if you're interested. Other people counterpick them, and those will bite them. I think you're right, Rare Rappy, with the AC especially. The new Wonka movie trailer dropped. Should we watch that? I suppose we could. Swordfish 00830 just dropped in this new Wonka. I know nothing about this Wonka, so this is obviously not Tim Burton, is it? Mirage is going to bite Gabby. Yeah, AC is going to bite. So it's a couple people still thinking hold on to Mirage. Who counterpicked? All right, let's see. Let's check this little thing out. Hold on, let me see if there's an ad first. No ad. Okay, so I think we'll be good. Let me turn off the captioning. Make sure the quality is premium for all of you. You can see this, yes? Okay, shall we watch the new Wonka trailer together? It's about Wonka's early life. Let's watch Wonka, everybody. I'm interested to see this. I didn't even know they were working on this. Min-Max joining the party. What is up, everybody? We were talking bets. People are suggesting. You may not know anything about Fantasy Critic, but if you do, feel free to make some suggestions of trades I need to make with Jonesy. I'm trying to save my season here. Somehow dig myself out of a big-time hole. But in the meantime, we're about to watch this Wonka trailer together. No one knew this movie was coming out, did they? Does anybody know about this Wonka? Let's take a gander, shall we? So Unity was super buggy and had performance issues at launch. That's why. Wait, what did it get? Did it get under an 80? Unity? Oh, 71. Ouch. I didn't know ACs went that low. Yowza. I thought they were at least in the higher 70. Were they that mean to Unity? Why? Just because you could see inside of people's faces and all that stuff? I thought that was a very cool feature. They shouldn't have patched that. I love that, looking inside of people's skulls that way. People with no cheekbones and all this stuff. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Hopefully you can hear this. Oh, let's see. Hold on now. Let's try to play the trailer.
7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft. You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker. So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
Mr. Wonka,
This actor seems good. Who is this?
What are you doing?
Looks and sounds good. Thank you, Sarah Knight.
How do you like it? Dark, white, nutty, absolutely insane.
This looks nice so far.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate. They've all been crushed by the
I gotta be honest, I love everything I see so far.
You
This
can't
looks
get a
very
shop
fun.
without selling chocolate. And
Art
you
design
can't
is
sell
gorgeous. I
chocolate
mean,
without
the
a
casting
shop.
seems fabulous.
No daydreaming.
What are we gonna do, Willie?
Is this going to be a musical?
Huh.
Huh?
Huh.
Dude from Dune. Oh,
double
that's who it
Get the
is.
pencil and paper.
Uh-huh.
I got an idea. I know things
Director
haven't been
Paddington,
easy
that
for
was
you.
good, wasn't
They're gonna
it?
get better.
You promise?
I pinky promise. That's the most solemn vow there is.
Potter
Where do we
producer.
start?
A good chocolate
Oh, look at that.
Where's this? It's just
That's a neat place to have a secret passage inside a confessional booth.
find out, shall we? Who's for a Humberchuck?
Nothing to see here. Just a small group of people.
That's funny. Spoonie is saying it reminds them of Oz with Franco. I got that exact vibe when I saw that first shot of Willie, and I said, "That is this Franco?" For a second, I thought it was Franco.
He's good.
I like that Oz with Franco. In 3D, it's very
Pretty
nice.
sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
You could change her life.
I have some very
as long
exciting news to
all their
tell you about
lives.
3D later on if you're interested. Let me remind me. Big
Every
3D
good
announcement.
thing in this
Some
world
breaking news.
started with a dream. So you hold on to yours.
This looks rock solid.
Here we go, Mama.
Is this coming out for Christmas
Mark my words.
or
gonna be the
Thanksgiving
greatest
maybe?
chocolate shop the world has ever seen.
This is gonna be big. This movie will do well, I predict. Wonka.
You're the funny little man who's been following.
Oh, and
I
the
will
little
have you
Oompa
know that I
Loompa,
am
huh?
a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
It's a
what
good
now?
version of an
Allow me
Oompa
to
Loompa, I
refresh
think.
Your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Look at that cast. December 15th, I called it. Christmas. It's going to be a heyday in theaters. Wow, people are going to be happy with that. Just stuffing their faces watching Wonka in the theater. That feels good. That feels very good. This rainy walk we're going to take. So what the heck should we do now? So, all right, I was mentioning earlier about a couple important decisions that I would allow you to make. Whoa, this is a lot of wind. There's a lot of wind in Shujinko. How do I still hear the wind? The wind's coming from something else. Oh, this. TMNT kept playing. I was like, what on earth is that? All right, look, we're going to try to make some very important decisions today. Hold on now. Don, get the sweet tart ropes while watching the movie. These sweet tart ropes are outrageous. The world has finally discovered them. I'm very happy. I feel like I don't have to keep piping off about sweet tart ropes because now I see an ad for them on every 2 seconds on social media. So I'm like, the world knows about sweet tart ropes now. I've done my job. There was a long time there people hadn't discovered these things. Everyone's addicted now. Everyone's crying those down. All right, the first decision I want everyone to make, maybe we'll put up a poll, is this. You know, I have this case, this impending case happening against the betting council. You know, we had a Summer Games Fest betting special in which I was deemed to be the loser through a lot of fuzzy math, I think is what you'd refer to it as, among other things. But look, I don't know if the Easy Allies community can handle being drugged through a lawsuit of this magnitude, you know, an arbitration of this magnitude. I don't want to know what you want to call it. But now hold on. It looks like Max vs. the Games is coming in with something regarding the fantasy league. Let me read this. The projected points do not take the counter picks into consideration. Right now, Jones is only 10 points ahead in projection, but he hasn't counter picked, so he'll end up with a minus 30. As long as you get counter picks that don't penalize you too much, I think you have a real shot at winning over Jones. I love this. This sounds like very solid advice, Max versus the game. So you let me know then. How about this? I'm accepting any proposals for trades with Jones, but really what I need even more than that at this point are counter picks. Give me some ideas. What do you think that's available to counter pick within the draconian rules, right, Sarah Knight? and Sarah Knight's going to figure out what of these counter picks will be legal to make, because there's a lot of lines you can't cross in this league. It's a very strict league. I'm only kidding and complaining about all that, by the way. Hopefully people don't take me too serious. I'm upset for sure that my hands are tied, but I think, I made the proposal. Like, why not just let unlimited, drops and everything? But that's a road we're not going to go down. DQ3 and Little Devil Inside, Rare Rappy says. Those both sound good. The MS activation deal is wrapping up. Well, that's the first poll I want to see here. I want to see what the vote is. Do we want me to move forward? I was deemed to be the loser, okay, of the Summer Game Fest thing, and the penalty for that is that, look, I've got to be a jester to the winner, Damiani. I would have to fill the role of Damiani's jester during some sort of coronation ceremony that's going to take place, okay? However, this impending lawsuit would delay that process from happening, and I'll be honest, the magnitude of this suit, it may delay it indefinitely, because there will be many, many steps we have to go through. So look, but I don't want to bring bad vibes, into this whole thing. I don't know if people can be drugged through the wringer, because I'm going to put my heart into either thing, whether we decide to proceed with this arbitration or whether we decide to just say, Don, bite the bullet. Maybe you're right, but still, just do the jester. Either way, I'll put my heart into it, okay? But let's see right now. Let's take a fork in the road kind of thing and say, do you move forward, twisting and writhing your way out of this? Or do you just bite the bullet and be the jester, even if it's not, maybe the proper thing that ends up happening? Kick and scream. Uzi Suicide suggests I kick and scream and throw a tantrum. I could throw a tantrum for months. Imagine me just throwing myself on the floor. Move forward. Some people saying move forward. Take the high road. So it's split. So we really need a poll. We need a poll to decide this. German efficiency. What is up? Long time. I'm nice. I'm so happy to see you. What is up? German efficiency in the chat. Look, German efficiency, good time to arrive. You can, who knows? Every vote counts. You could play a part in the future of Easy Allies right here. Holy smokes, I'm playing an ad. I'm going to go back to this screen. Let me ask one thing, though, about this. I will ask what's happening in the screen, too. I don't know what the heck's happening. This is a still from the trailer, as you know, and I have no idea what's happening here. Client Devil, welcome to the party. We're going to have a poll here coming up soon, I think. And I've missed you, German efficiency, but it's nice to be together right now. Oh, gosh. Super positive vibes, good vibes. German efficiency in the house. Absolute Easy Allies legend. You are going to challenge the betting results. Yes, Backdoor Milkman. So what I will do, and I already have a 6-point, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of cracks in this thing. I mean, the betting special this year, as great as it was, the Summer Games Fest betting special, there was a lot of kind of lackadaisical kind of, considering this is a production, we're usually dotting the I's and checking the T's. When they start off the production saying, look, mistakes may happen and we don't guarantee the results and this and that, I'm saying, I don't want to even get into my, I don't want to start divulging anything from my case. I'm just saying something doesn't feel right when you're the loser under those pretenses, under the pretenses of like, we didn't really check the math too closely, and then you're deemed the loser by such a close margin and many other things. So I already have a 6-point strategy of 6 separate items that I would be, going against. But the thing is, if it's voted that I move forward with it, I'd probably want some research from, I'd probably ask chat to give me a little bit of feedback on if they see anything that maybe I didn't see. any flaws in the results. But if not, we can just pull the pin on all of that in advance and say, forget about it, Don. We don't want to go down this road. Because if we go down that road, it's going to be a long and painful road. I'm telling you, it's not going to be a 5-minute case where things are wrapped up. There's a lot of stuff to sort out. Okay. And I have a lot of allies working against me on this. I think some of you might have seen that. It's been documented that a lot of these allies are looking for me to lose this thing. And there's a motivation for me to lose, I think, which feels bad. So there's an option to fight it. However, sometimes, that's how life is. You got to accept some losses, right? So I am willing to do that. If you all say, so far I've got 6 smoking guns, Uzi Suicide. Uzi Suicide is asking how many. I've got 6 smoking guns. I'm hoping to get more. By the time my case is ready to be presented, I hope I've got a whole artillery range of smoking guns. Okay? Just a cavalry coming through. And Be Our Spy. See, bringing up a lot of things. That one was at 9 or none. Some of these things are very important to discuss. Very important. All right, cool. So we'll see what's up in a little bit, but also Jester. Look, whatever. I've never been a Jester before. I'll be honest. I don't like the idea of being a Jester. Some of you may say, "Oh, Don would love that." I don't like the idea of it. I don't know why. It seems very difficult. I'd have to put a lot of work into this. I feel like you have to go to a university for this or something for a while. Being a Jester is much harder than it seems, but I would put effort into it, so. And to amuse Damiani, that's no easy task. I mean, this has got to be some high-level gesturing that I'll have to pull out, so I'm really going to have to, think of some complex stuff to tickle Damiani's fancy, which is I would be required to do as his jester. Can I dress up as a playing card? I probably could. I don't know if I'd fit through the front door. A lot of rounds in those smoking guns. The case is airtight, but let me know if I should go crunch some bones. You mean the case is airtight in which direction, German efficiency? You like I would win, or you think that the betting special is correct that I lost? For amazing. For those who missed the injustice, what happened in short, please? Don, the court jester was often the most trusted member, the only one who could actually speak the truth. That is true, BR Spies. I'm finding this out, and so I would be required to speak many truths, often under the guise of humor. But I'd be forced to speak truths, and that's another path I honestly don't know if people want me going down. I don't know if they want Don speaking truths as a jester. That could be very disruptive to the status quo. It really could be. As the gambler said, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Yeah, exactly, MXA. I don't know in this case. I don't know what to do. So I'm it's like you all are a little speaker in my ear, and I'm at the card table, and I'm going, blink twice or blink once kind of deal. Tell stories, sing songs, juggle, jokes, magic tricks, acrobatics. Exactly, Snug Mode, and I'm coming off a broken foot. So you see what I'm worried about here. I mean, the tendons have not healed. I'm not wearing the boot anymore, but I'm limping, and it doesn't feel good to walk more than a block. I'll be honest. It's a process. So the acrobatics involved would almost have to be my entirely, originating from my upper body. And you can see what I'm dealing with my upper body German efficiency. I mean, I don't know how many minutes I can go with upper body acrobatics. I'm not in the greatest shape in my life, I'll be honest. 100% win for you, Don. You never bet against Don. So German efficiency thinks I would win the case. Doing so, Damiani. Don't you always speak truths? I do always speak truths, actually. I do not lie. That is true. I hate lying. But I often joke. Spill the tea. Crowd gas. You should sick the fog on a treacherous allies teacher the lesson. Thoreau, the power of Nightwish. Donnie, I'm wearing my Nightwish shirt just for you, Uzi Suicide. What a great show that was, seeing Nightwish. What a dream come true. They never came to the United States for years and years, and then they came. I got to see them. It was a magical night. And I discovered Beast in Black that night, too. Changed my life. If you don't go forward with your case, you'll always wonder what if. I may not, Screaming Argonaut. I wouldn't. I'm the type of person that it's like, Sometimes you got to swallow some bitter pills, but when I swallow it, I get it out of my system. I'm not going to regret things in that way where I'm going to say, oh, if only I could have stuck it to them, but at least not in some. It depends. It depends what the war is. I really choose my war. If there's some things I won't back down from. If it's a great enough injustice, this is an injustice. Yes, I do think I was treated unjustly, but some things you can just kind of turn a cheek to or whatever. Maybe you need some insurances. What would I like to have on the poll? Oh, on the poll, I was thinking, okay, move forward with the case or accept being a jester or some, just jester or lawsuit. One or the two. Oh, yeah, and then there was another poll after that I'll have us do of whether we want to talk about the case or whether we want to talk about popcorn buckets, because there has been some huge news in collectible popcorn buckets, as you know recently, may or may not know, and some of you may know that I'm in the market. I'm a collector and a flipper. I have flipped collectible popcorn buckets in my day, used and unused. Can you believe I flipped used popcorn buckets? It's not a good thing and not an easy thing to do, especially to make profit on, but I've done it. I've done both. So there have been some big announcements related to collectible popcorn buckets that we could go down that route. So after this first poll is decided, what are some of the great jesters? That's a good question. Yeah, what if? Good question. Good point, Screaming Argonaut. I always would say what if, because it could change the course of history of Easy Allies. In either way, whether I'm a jester or whether I fight this SGF results, these skewed results, either way, I may, we may wonder, well, what would happen if it went the other way? Double or nothing on the next betting special. Yeah, we could do that. Swordfish 00830 is in for popcorn buckets, it seems. Flipped more than buckets. I flipped a lot more than buckets. Flipping a popcorn bucket without any of the popcorn spilling out. Do we have a Quantum Allies situation unfolding? We do, Rockets in Flight. This is a we're splitting. The verse is about to split. We're bearing down on a split in the verse. No one has been able to describe what the heck we're looking at here. Are these tadpoles? I'm trying to figure out if these things are tadpoles or something else. Are these something Bowser sent? Some nefarious thing? Water-based creature that is not a tadpole? Read to the poll. Werehog's is on. Do we have a quantum? Let's see. Music notes. They're tadpoles. Is there music? Are you hearing something? Tell me if you're hearing anything, because I'm not monitoring the sound. Musical tadpoles. Oh, these are musical notes? That's a cute idea. They do look a little bit like musical notes, don't they? All the same note. A whole bunch of them in a row. They do look like musical notes. Everyone agrees. Well, that's nice. I wasn't thinking of it that way, so now that's nice. Thank you for explaining that. Shall we go back? Now that we've solved that riddle, shall we go back to the walk in Shujinko? Is everyone enjoying it? Oh, we had the ads. We got this walk in Shujinko, Virtual Japan. You see their watermark right there. Okay, so that's what we're watching. All credit to Virtual Japan. I think there's some good lightning bolts in this walk, too. You get some good lightning bolts. They play music when you jump on them. Oh, that's friggin' awesome. See, this hole in my gaming history. Can you believe I've never played Super Mario RPG? Could you believe that? How does it happen? It happens somehow. Somehow. I was very against it when I was younger. I said, how are they going to put Mario in this other kind of genre? I want another platformer. The whole world embraced it, though. I know it's a good game. I've got to try it. I'm excited now that they're re-releasing it. It looks very good. Remastered or whatever it is. Turn on the sound. I can turn on the sound. I think it's rain. It is rain, but tell me what you think. Let's see how offensive this sound is. It must be kind of nice. There it is, just sort of a crackling rain. I don't know, you tell me if you like that. Whoops. There's a mini game where you need to compose a game with the tadpole on a simulated sheet of music stuff. Wow. 81% of chat says lawsuit. Wow. I did not expect it to be that uneven. I thought it was going to be much closer. Okay, well, look. We got to do the law. We got to move forward then. I have to move forward. There has been an injustice, and we can't stand idly by and let it pass. So, look, as I told you, I already found 6 smoking guns. There's got to be a way to submit. I wonder if Gabby can create a Discord channel or something. There's got to be a way for people. I want to make it so any of you out there can anonymously or with credit submit smoking guns to me. Smoking guns or of any sort and any scale. Okay, the more smoking guns, you know, even if they're theoretical smoking guns in some way, if there's a sort of if there's a I don't know, a gap in logic that you're worried about between your smoking gun that you're suggesting proposing and, you know, the validity of it, don't worry about that. I can fill in any logic gaps, okay? Just give me the smoking guns, as many as possible. Now, how can we funnel these to me? Does anybody have any idea? Hair samples? I would love that kind of stuff. If you can get physical evidence and send in physical evidence of some sort, holy smokes. I already have a witness the Allies don't know. One of them is going to be subpoenaed. I've already got one of them that I will subpoena, and it's a very ironic subpoena, too. It's going to be an interesting testimony because I'm going to demand they tell the truth. I expect they will because they are truthful, as most of the Allies really are. I think all the Allies are quite truthful. And this ally will be required to tell the truth, but the odd thing is the truth, in a funny kind of way, it's going to work against them. So it's going to be a weird thing to see. It's going to be an interesting testimony. Exhume. We may have to exhume some bodies. I love chalk outlines. Let's see, 6 smoking guns and 6. Let's see. Yeah, samples would be acceptable. Backhand to make you win some points or have blood worth. This is a very good question Max versus the Games is asking. Okay, I like this. So they're asking if the goal is for me to win points or have Bloodworth lose some points so he becomes the jester instead of you. Bloodworth, as we know, was the next closest in the losing tabulations, as foggy and fuzzy as those tabulations may have been. Both. The answer is both. I would like smoking guns regarding Bloodworth's points and how some of them were illegitimately obtained, and I would also like smoking guns regarding anything that could bolster up my points. You know, I'm looking for the truth. We really are. That's what we're all looking for. So we just want to get to the truth behind all of this and really sort things out, because I think there was a lot. It was a very kind of, you know, I don't know. I think things were just sort of tossed together with the results, and I'm pretty sure that if we put a magnifying glass to this thing, I mean, one thing for sure is to just actually go through and look at the literal results of saying, wait, now how many superheroes were there? I don't think anyone's done that. I don't think anyone's even gone through and just looked at the straight up numbers they got and said, was that accurate? You know, were there that many flips actually? So first we need to figure that stuff out, but then beyond that, we need to start finding all these other smoking guns. I've just jumped to the smoking gun, so that's what I've assembled. I have a document that I've already been putting together for the case if it would move forward. It seems like you want it to move forward, so it will. But the one thing we need to determine is a conduit. How you will all get this to me. I guess you could tweet it at me, and I could actually check my Twitter. I could try to check my Twitter, okay? At the Nasakova. That would be a confidential, I wouldn't have to be confidential. We could submit it that way, or we could get a, I would love audits. Yeah, we need to start with an audit. Yeah, that's right, BR Spies. The day you have to show up and be a jester, just don't show up and go on the way. It's not a bad idea. Someone was talking about having a go bag the other day. One of the allies, was it Huber? And I wasn't kidding. I think he thought I was kidding when I said, what do you have in that go bag? Some cash and some hair dye. You got to be ready to jump to the border at almost any moment's time. I could do that. It may come down to that. I hope it doesn't. I hope I don't lose this extremely drawn out court case and then be ordered to be a jester anyway, which would seem very corrupt of a result if that would happen. We know we'd be in a very corrupt society at that point. Hold on. I am sorry, Don, but you lost. I can't go to bat for you. I appreciate your honesty, Laubro. I hope you voted in that poll. Did you vote against the lawsuit, Laubro? Because I didn't expect it to be that much of a landslide. There couldn't have been too many people. Most people seem to think I have a case. People think I have a case, but I do appreciate your honesty. I don't want anyone, you know, giving me kid gloves on this. Be honest. But the poll already determined things. I mean, we could have another poll. Screamer Argonaut suggested to make a Google form for people to submit their evidence. Oh, that's a nice idea. I suppose I could do that. Just say you have a family emergency. You're going to need a portable mustache as well. Oh, yeah, mustache is good. Some facial... That's what... You think it's a coincidence that I've kept myself clean-shaven my entire life. I mean, every single day I shave. And you probably wonder, why doesn't Don ever, you know, grow out the stubble a little bit? Well, look, it's very hard to get spirit glue on stubble is no fun. Spirit glue is not fun on stubble. Trust me. I learned that lesson at a young age, and I said, never again. I'm shaving. I'm shaving from now on. Religion to be a jester, to be a bet. We need a list of games media that don't have an extradition treaty with ECA. Probably rules out Kind of Funny and Min-Max. Yeah, I could jump to another channel. Be on the lam, a fugitive. I could, I don't even want to say that. Don, if the results for a lot of these things, it's not only your score that changes, there's a probability you still might end up the jester after everything is settled. Yes, there is risk to this, for sure. Ron Casanova. Oh, man, I'd have to come up with an alias. I didn't think of that. Mexico. Are there any good... Yeah, I got to jump to a gaming channel in Mexico, maybe, because that's the closest border, for sure. The closest border I can jump is Mexico. So anybody have any suggestions? I'll also be taking that. For whatever conduit we figure out for people to make suggestions for this case, you could also make suggestions for in the unfortunate and, you know, very unjust potential, you know, that you lose and you're still ordered to be a jester, where I could go on the lam and find safe harbor. What's that called when you're hiding out? An embassy or something? I need another YouTube channel's embassy. If that goes down that way. But I plan on winning this case. Look, I've said it before. I never, ever... I take, you know, the justice system very seriously. I do not like frivolity when it comes to that. So when I bring a case, I bring it. And I bring it to win. I do not look to waste people's time. I mean, if wasting time is part of the strategy to winning, that may be employed. But I'm looking to win if I'm in the right. And I never go to, you know, unless I believe I'm in the right. I told you earlier I believe I'm in the right, but I'm also willing to swallow a bitter pill if people just don't want to see that. But it seems there's a landslide of people that believes I'm in the right as well. I need diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity. On the Run channel, I would sub to. Don on the Run is a channel I would sub to. I'd have one sub. The prosecution. The prosecution. A new studio should have enough room to hide out for a while. Yeah, they got those fog machines. I could just hide out in a cloud of fog. They wouldn't even know I was there over at Kind of Funny. I'd get that fog machine kicking full blast, and it would not go off. Oh, I'm dying to test. I'm dying to take those fog machines for a test drive. They got to invite me over there for something sometime, so I can test out those fog machines. Who had direct access to Keeley during the event? I feel like there may have been some manipulation. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, Gradask. I love that. Gradask pointing out potential smoking guns. I can work with things like that. Why are we looking at this footage? I don't know. We're looking at this. I'll look at anything you want. We're just looking at this walkthrough of Shujinko in the rain. We could put on some game footage if you want. I've got this Super Mario RPG trailer lined up. We could look at that. How about that? Let me turn that rain off. The sound effect of the rain is probably driving you nuts. Here we go. We'll play this instead in the background for a little bit. It won't last long, though. So we're going to have to go back to Shujinko after this, unless anyone has an idea. So this remake looks stunning, right? When I make a run for it, don't forget the fog machine. Hey, I'm going to have to go light. I'll be honest, Laubro. I may have to abandon it here at the studio. Dan of Giant Bomb, Fire Escape is your lawyer. He'll wear out everyone to the point you'll win. Okay. Have you considered reaching out to Jones and have him change his mind about Fables? I can't talk about that, Max versus the game, but you're breaching into territory of one of my major smoking guns. One of my major smoking guns has to do with the Fable Jones factor. That's going to be in the case for sure. We have a big problem there that I've identified for sure. Multiple problems, probably. Oh, Laubro getting more rain. That's why you didn't like that. I don't blame you. A ninja using a smoke bomb. Just leave a trail of fog. In my luck, I'll try to make the getaway, and it'll be one of those pushes where it only gives a spritz. You probably saw that if you watched Wave Race. There are many times when like the light was green, so the fog machine said it was ready to go, and I pressed the button and it would just go, pfft, and then it would say it needs to charge again. That would be my unfortunate escape. You see a pfft, and then you'd see me running and dyeing my hair. I'd finally have a good excuse to go blonde. You know, I tried to go blonde last year, and interested parties wouldn't let me, so this would be a good reason to force a blonde dye job. This game looks amazing. Yeah, they did a nice job, right? Behind you 100%. Thank you for your support, Uzi. I know I can count on you always. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. 11/17, so that's going to be a little holiday treat also. People are going to be playing Super Mario RPG, and they're going to be watching Wonka. Look at this. This is just going to play something else now. Now it's going to play the Zelda trailer. Anyway, if there's anything anybody wants to look at, please suggest it and I'll put it on. I'll put it on immediately. If I bring a good case, I'll definitely vote your way. I appreciate that, Max vs. the Games. I will bring the best case I can. The venue is a concern, though. I think there's been a lot of clear, open hostility. I mean, you see the interested parties definitely are a little biased, I would say. A lot of the interested parties are biased. That would be it. So I'm not sure about the venue. I am trying to figure out a change in venue if that's possible. If you pay me $20. So Snug Mode's in for a 20. The judge and bailiff are definitely shady. Yeah, 100% Max versus the Games. I don't see how the hosts of the show, who are essentially the ones that are at the core of the defense, are also somehow going to be the arbitrator. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. So that's going to have to be the very first thing we clear up, is who's actually, what neutral party is going to be arbitrating this thing, is going to be making the decisions, is going to be even managing the test, the procedures during the case. There's got to be a sort of referee of sort, and they have to be impartial. And I haven't seen any impartiality among the allies, I'll be honest. I mean, unless maybe it's someone like Damiani or someone like that just doesn't have anything to lose. But even him, I'm not sure. A theme park vid. Yeah, we could watch a good theme park vid, actually. We could watch a good theme park. What theme park should we check out? Something in Florida. At some point, I got to get to Florida. Should we look at Universal? Any suggestions of a theme park vid you'd like to see? Spectre, 1992. Oh, what a year. 1992 was a very good year, I think, wasn't it? If you look back, the movies and games released in that year were very nice. I thought the Allies were the prosecution. That's what I'm saying, Brat. They're certainly coming across as the prosecution, but they're supposed to be somehow the deciding arbiter. I mean, it makes no sense. So we really need to get a fair and neutral venue, first of all. Warner Brothers Movie World theme park? I love the idea of this. Warner Brothers Movie World theme park. Is this one that they're building, or is this exist? The banana forklift. Something about that sounds very familiar, like I just heard about it recently. Let me look it up. Warner Bros. Movie World theme park. We'll change out this TMNT. Movie World theme park in Australia? Is this real? Oh wait, we need a walkthrough. Walk through. Let's see what's available. Here we go. This is only a 22-minute walkthrough. That should be fine. We only have 15 minutes left. Uh-oh, we've got an ad. What is this? Is this... I don't know what that was. Warner Brothers Movie World. Okay, who is this? This is Theme Park Ogre. Shout out to Theme Park Ogre. Everybody go subscribe to Theme Park Ogre. They're about to take us for a little stroll. So this is in Australia to the Warner Brothers. I can't wait to see. So right away we're going to get an idea of what kind of licenses are on display. There's Superman and Green... What the heck happened? There's Superman right there. I saw Superman and Green Lantern. If there's a Gotham City in this park, I'm booking tickets. Spectre is in. Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see. What's the licensing going to be like? Because I know Warner Brothers licenses a lot of stuff at, what, Six Flags? And to be honest, you know, we all know that the rides are excellent, but the theming is very questionable in terms of, you know, just being a little bit sparse and simple. Like what I'm seeing here right now. Right now, this looks like a Six Flags, which is great rides. But you don't go there to be transported to, you know, different worlds necessarily. You're going there to be transported to a theme park with roller coasters. So we'll see. Okay, we got Bugs Bunny, a gold statue of Bugs Bunny. That's nice. They opened a Flash coaster, Banana Forklift Killer is telling me. So this will be something nice to see. I'm going to slug down some carbs. I like what Brat is suggesting. Lure them all into taking a D&D alignment test under some pretense, then take the most true neutral ally as the arbitrator. I think I might know the pretense. They're supposed to do a D&D campaign coming up. So maybe I could glean the information surreptitiously from that process and use it for my own case. I love that, Brat Simpson. So here we're going into a little world now. Look at the nice way they put the shade up. So you're outdoors, but just completely shaded in that grueling Australian sun. And what do we have here? We just have a Main Street sort of thing. Main Street Australia. Is this what Main Street in Australia looks like? Or is this some Warner Brother property I'm not aware of? Roxy. A Roxy Theater. It doesn't look anything like the Roxy Theater in Los Angeles. So it can be. Look at that. A Batman store with a couple of bat cycles outside that you can sit on. Look at that one on the right. I've got the Pog. That was Robin's. I've got the Pog right here of that identical bat cycle. Okay? You see the Pog, right? I'm not joking. I keep that right on my desk because that's a very important vehicle. That brings me a lot of good luck, too. 4D theater. Oh, Spectron pointing out that Roxy was probably a 4D theater. Look at the amount of shade they provide. Oh, I wish they would do this over all theme parks, honestly. I wish they would just cover them up in giant umbrellas like this. So you can be outside, but in the shade. So when you're standing in line, there's never a glaring sun on you, you know? Jason W. as a judge. You know, I would like to think he's impartial, right? I would like to think that. That possibly would be something to consider. And he's got a very good mathematical mind, so I'd be able to any sort of theories I come up with, he could definitely verify, I think, very clearly and concisely. Jason W. may be someone to consider. I don't know if he would take a role like that, but that may be someone we have to reach out to. Yeah, we have to start thinking of people like this. Who could be the judge? And would Jason be willing to spend, you know, we're talking about multiple days over multiple weeks, I assume. many hours at a time for each session. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to sort out. It's a very complex thing we're trying to verify here. He has council experience. I don't think he was ever on the council, was he? Judge Jason Wishnov presiding. I like the sound of that. Maybe it'll have to be Judge Jason. The only thing I'm worried about with Judge Jason is I don't want him. I get this bad feeling he may want to rush me along. I've got to have time to present my evidence, and sometimes I think Jason might not want to sit there and listen to everything. I'm not sure. We'll see. We may have to come up with some sort of, because we're going to have to, I don't know if this is a jury. They mentioned a jury of chat. I don't know if all of chat is going to be the jury or if there's going to be a selected group of chat, which will be the jury. But we may have to do a selection process for the judge. We may have to come up with multiple candidates and figure out who it's going to be. Driving school? Speedy Gonzalez. What is that, a Tijuana taqueria? Junior driving school. This sounds fun. Some kind of bumper car thing. So this park looks fun. It definitely has, I think, more than 6 flags so far from what I've seen. Are these bumper cars? What are they? It's a driving school. Chat's been jury before. I have 100% faith in chat. I'll take the entirety of chat if we have to. No problem. I mean, all of chat via polls. I'm down with that. I'm down with that, Backdoor Milkman. To be fair, you will likely dally while presenting. I'm going to try to keep it very succinct. I'm just saying there's a lot of information to go through, and we don't want to cut any corners on this. Enough corners have already been cut, I believe, in this betting special. I'm starting to practice some of my lines now. I've got to have some rehearsal sessions with y'all too before to prep. You know how they prep for cases? How can I do that without them spying on my strategies? Bloodworth hasn't been doing too much research on his side because he was the one with the best arguments during the trial of Kyle Bossman. Bloodworth, I hope that he has been doing research actually, because I think some of the information Bloodworth has already provided that I've picked up in conversations he's had is actually very meaningful. And Bloodworth is very thorough. So I'm actually hopeful that Bloodworth has been looking into a little bit of this, because I think some of the information he would provide could actually be very critical. And I wanted to make it very, very clear. In no way am I trying to work against Bloodworth on this in any way. Even though I said I'm trying to find ways for him to lose points, it has nothing to do with that. It's not that I'm looking for ways for him to lose points. I'm looking for a clear view of what the points are for everyone. But because that's a gargantuan task, I'm saying let's focus in on me and Bloodworth, because that's the most critical to the results. It just happens to be that way. It could be anyone in that slot, okay? So it has nothing to do with trying to discredit any of it. I think he played a fabulous game, let it be known, for Summer Games Fest. And I think he honestly, Bloodworth may have been screwed out of some points on this thing too. I wouldn't be surprised if me and Bloodworth both jumped up a few rungs by the time this thing is done. Who knows how high we could go? Who knows? By the time all this stuff is sorted out, we might be able to jump many rungs. Just interrupt Blood. That might be the only way to get him off balance at all. Bloodworth is not easily tilted. Yes, maybe the best play would be to attack the betting special as a whole. No, well, that's what it is. That's make no mistake, Gradask, and thank you for pointing that out, because maybe I'm not making that clear enough, and I need to from now on. That is what I'm attacking, the betting special as a whole. Okay? I'm just saying a lot of the specific numbers that have to be looked at are relation to Blood and myself. I am challenging a corrupt system. Look, there's been many corrupt systems before. This isn't the first time. one will be brought down, and it'll feel good, won't it? I imagine. Can you imagine the celebration, the grand celebration that'll take place when, and it'll feel good. Everyone will sleep well at night because they'll say, you know what, that was the right way to things sorted themselves out. Sweet treats. Look at that little place. Here we go. Here's the Gotham City we were waiting for. Gotham City, my cafe. Oh no, don't turn away. Dirty Harry Bar. What the heck? Dirty Harry Bar? That is awesome. Oh, I wish they'd go in the dirty. Talk about an out-of-date I mean, did they build that thing in the 70s and they never... When's the last time they made a Dirty Harry movie? Wasn't it the 70s? Or is Dirty Harry the 80s? Uh-oh, we got a Sweetwater. Talk about customer service. They are not advertising for us. This is an ad we're seeing inadvertently. But Sweetwater, I've never had such good customer service in my life. From Sweetwater. They're an audio sales group. You know, you can get anything audio-wise from them. I got a replacement. I got the tiniest little replacement doohickey for a mic stand that broke. They had follow-up emails. They had a follow-up phone call talking to me by name, casually leaving like a 2-minute message. Yeah, anything at all with your order, any other products you're interested in, this and that, any questions you have. Not as a sales push or anything. I'm talking customer service. Holy smoke, Sweetwater impressed me. I said, I wish I had more audio products to buy. I don't have anything else I need to get. I gotta wait to break another clip. Look at that WB shield. Oh, what a nice logo. Last Dirty Harry movie was in 88? Okay, well, maybe not too out of date then. Okay, now hold on. German Efficiency is coming in with something. Hold on now. Sumo says you and Blood do share most of the yes-no answers. Interesting. I don't know if that would be helpful to me then. Change the channel name to Donna These. I don't know why I would do that. That you should simply question the fact that the person who won the double jump die roll never even rolled the die. Yes. German Efficiency. Yes, there are holes and a Swiss cheese in that thing. German Efficiency is getting me pumped the heck up right now. Why? The die were already on my document of smoking gun items, but the angle you're pointing out is one that needs to be included in it. That is a very, very, very valid point. And something about that whole process, when it was happening, I said, too, I didn't say it, but in my mind, I said, something smells bad here. Something does not smell. That dice rolling procedure did not pass the smell test from 100 miles away, German Efficiency. So thank you for pointing that additional detail out, because on what planet, I mean, I got to leave this for the court, but during the proceedings, you'll probably hear me say something like this at some point. On what planet? Ooh, look at the Joker and Harley, full size. I like that Joker rendition. It's the Mortal Kombat Joker. It's the Mortal Kombat from, what was it? Was that MK9 Joker or something? I think they've had a couple of Jokers, actually. Oh, look at this cool. So cool. You know, Warner Brothers had a Halloween Horror Night type thing 1 year, a few years back before the pandemic, and I got to go. It was so good. It only happened for 1 year, though. I don't think they made enough money because they made it kind of small. It wasn't too crowded. Oh, my God, the quality of that. It was like being in a horror movie, like a film quality effects, film quality actors. German Efficiency is helping this case already. I love it. That was 40. Proxo was pointing out that 88 was 40 years ago. That was pretty far back. Yeah, well, it's not the 70s, though. You know, it's not 50 years. But good point. Good point. That's a good one. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. This is what you're going to hear me say at some point during the proceedings. On what planet are you engaged in a dice rolling activity and the person whose turn it is to secure a figure derived from the rolling of the dice does not physically roll the dice themselves? And what I mean by this is, and then I'm going to go into a whole thing, you know, so that they understand what I'm saying. So that's the kind of stuff that's going to be going down. Look at this. It looks like a big Thunder Mountain or something. Okay, I got to give it to a Western town now. All right, this theme park is good. This is way beyond Six Flags Magic Mountain at this point. So the Warner Brothers theme park is awesome. Quick reminder, we are watching a walkthrough from the Theme Park Ogre. Okay, make sure to support these people at the Theme Park Ogre who are getting us walkthroughs from around the globe. Attacking Damiani for being on vacation seems like it'll be bad vibes. Wait, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know what that is. We're not attacking Damiani. No one's attacking Damiani. Well, almost 40 years ago, let's see, unheard of. The fact that the dice depend on your luck, Huber rolling for Damiani is like giving him the answer. Oh my goodness, Muri. People are coming up with some very valuable points. Very valuable points. Yeah, if I'm ordered to be the jester, I'm not crossing a border. I'm crossing oceans. I'm crossing multiple oceans to get there, Sarah Knight. This is where I'll be hiding out with blonde hair. Bleach blonde hair? I fit in here okay, right? Would anyone recognize me? I hope not. Look at that Warner Brothers shield over there. I love that shield every time I see it. So look, German efficiency. I got this. I need a printout of this chat. How can I get a printout of this chat? I need to organize my arguments somehow. This document is growing at an exponential rate, which is what I knew I would be able to count on everyone for. Did Huber roll for everyone? I don't think so. I want to say maybe they took turns rolling or something. That whole process is just completely inconsistent. Oh, no, Damiani was there. We just recorded his segment remotely. That all happened in the same time frame and everything. Nothing, I don't know that I would call anything for that because Damiani took a turn just like everyone else during the filming. It was just, he happened to be remote that day for reasons that were out of our control, you know, just scheduling stuff. So that was, there was actually nothing fishy about that, you know. Like I said, I'm going to be honest on this whole thing. I mean, I'm not looking for any, look at this now. We're back in like the utility, these are like the service corridors or something. I don't think this is public access, is it? Where we've wandered to? Is there a restroom back here? Where the heck are we going? Oh, Arkham Asylum storage. Is this a queue with no people online? So this is a Gotham City. Look at this. We're in Gotham City. This is an entire city. And that Bat coaster looks a lot like the Batman coaster at Magic Mountain, just from here at least. Welcome to the Joker's Arkham Asylum Funhouse. Look at this. This is a whole city we get to go through. This is Gotham City. Yeah, there's no one in this park. It's empty. It's like, wow, what a dream. He wasn't taking time off. No, from what I remember, he was there. Yeah, from what I remember, it was during the same filming period. He just wasn't in the studio. But it was all in the same place there. So I don't think there was anything fishy from that. Was this recorded during COVID? I don't think so. This must be a lot more recent. There's no masks. When was this recorded? 2 years ago. Well, you're right. It was during COVID. So that explains it. That explains a lot of things here. Theme Park Ogre providing this video for us. Oh, look at this drop. Look at this drop. Ooh. That's a nice one. This looks like a fun little ride right here. Oh, it's going inside. Is this the Arkham, is this the Joker's Funhouse coaster? Everyone rolled the dice. Oh, wait. So, Sarah Knight, are you saying everyone rolled their own dice? Everyone rolled their own dice? Is that what you're saying there? Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that. So, you know, we got to scratch that particular point off. Look, there's still several funny things about the dice rolls. Everyone did roll their own dice? Wow, I was almost certain someone else rolled their dice. But Sarah Knight has confirmed Brad and Huber rolled 1 die each for Damiani's roll, while everyone else rolled their own dice. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Rotted Bits. I think that's what you all were trying to tell me earlier. I didn't quite understand regarding the Damiani not being there. Even though it was filmed at the same time, you're absolutely right. Damiani did not roll his own dice, and that's very important. That is very important. Okay, so that needs to be added to the smoking gun list, the document of smoking guns, which we now have many. We have many. There are many other issues. I don't want to spill the beans here for all of you. You know, we need to make it in court. It needs to happen, but on the floor of the arbitration, whatever you want to call it. Uh-oh, here we go. Another ad. I might be able to skip this. Whoops. Unskippable. All right. There's a few other factors regarding the dice that haven't been mentioned today that are on the Smoking Guns document as well. McCulloch in the house. Until later, Carcosa, yeah, a little bit. But we need to think most on results, how they altered the results. Look, it's 12:06. We're over time. We got to pull the plug on this thing. McCulloch got here a little too late. We're happy you're here. We got to pull the plug on this thing, though. We've been going over my case. Chat has voted that I should move forward with a landslide. I thought it was going to be very close between move forward with the arbitration against the summer game against the Easy Ally Dawn versus the Easy Allies Summer Games Fest betting special results show is, I believe, how the docket would read. Blaze it indeed, snug mode. Look at this massive. It's not a mural. They're actually 3D, I think, cutouts or something. You got Cable, Cyborg, or is that Cyborg or Cable? It's Cyborg. You got, Green Lantern was there. It was hard to see with the sunlight. Yeah, I don't have these parks near me. This is in Australia, so I got to swim across the whole ocean to get to this one. Look at the Green Lantern statue. This place is sprawling. When we first walked in the front gates, I didn't think it was going to be this big. Yeah, one day I'm going to travel down to those Florida theme parks. Look at Batman over here. What do you do there? He has the rope. Oh, do you lie down on the floor there? What do you do? I don't know. I think you lie down on the floor so it looks like you're stuck to the side of the building. The main entrance seems subdued. Well, that was the end. So it was good timing, okay? Look, I got to get to work. Thank you, everybody, for your nice advice. We'll just end on another Mario RPG screen because that feels good. Thank you for the advice, for voting, okay, for moving this whole thing forward. I feel motivated. We didn't get to waste any time talking about the new TMNT popcorn bucket, which I'm glad actually we didn't talk about because I got to try to get one before they all sell out. I think they're selling like hotcakes and no one even wants to see this movie. They just want the popcorn buckets. German efficiency, it is an absolute pleasure to have you back here with me today. That was fun, and thank you for the little tips regarding my case, your advice. I look forward to seeing you again in the near future. Everybody, thanks for joining the party today. This was fun. It goes so friggin' fast. We didn't even get to my second. I was going to poll people I was going to have 3 different polls today. We only got through the first. Can you believe that? That's how fast it went because we're having too much fun planning. A plan is forming. Right? You all know. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you very soon. Tonight, in fact, group stream is going to be super fun. I don't know if it's been spilled what we're doing, but we're doing several things, and they all sound very fun. I'm not looking at the schedule, so I don't want to ruin the surprise if it doesn't say it. But it's going to be fun. McCulloch, Dialage, everyone that joined tonight. Screaming Argonaut, Sarah Knight, Swordfish 00830, and all of you, thank you for joining the party. And we will see ya a little later on today. Peace out. Adios.